Well, hello there. My name is Charlie. I am a user experience designer. I've been in the space for over 14 years building different types of applications. The past 7 wonderful years have been in the investment banking space where I've done both the back end side, middle tier research side, as now I'm more in the front office side of things. I enjoy this because you just never know what to expect. Every day you walk into problems, you don't really know how to solve for it. You just got to keep diving in further in order for you to see exactly how to solve for it. That's what I generally love about the UX space. It doesn't feel like work. It's much more like a gaming situation for me. It keeps my mind going in that sense. I've done works in the healthcare space as well as nonprofits and e-commerce prior to the investment banking space, which have all been wonderful to help me get here. What I do love the most is the fact of the people, the satisfaction that you bring to them, the ability to just create those impacts for companies. You're helping bring efficiency to people, make their lives much better. Therefore, they can get lazier, because if we can make people work much more lazy, they get a lot much more productive because they can get a lot much more done without as much effort. They enjoy the process much more. Therefore, they're going to have a lot much more output, creating more of that impact for the company in terms of revenue and productivity. That's what I seek to do in the processes, understanding how people work in the processes, see what their bottlenecks or how can I improve these things. I always aim for that. So as much as I am, whenever I go into my office, which since I'm remote completely right now is literally middle area of my home, and I leave the office, which is a 5-second commute, I just feel so fulfilled at the end of each and every day, and I'm always excited to go in each and every day. So I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of my portfolio of exactly what I work on. So my mantra of what I go for is listen, learn, and thoroughly solve and test. Those are the things that I incorporate into my process whenever I'm solving for any project. And then below that is my works. The unified billing system is what Morgan Stanley utilized today to build institutional clients as well as retail. So if you have a financial advisor, whether you retail like me and you, that's just a word they use. I don't understand why that is used in the financial world. However, that just signifies that we have financial advisors. We get charged a monthly or quarterly fees for utilizing that service. This central hub allows all these calculations to happen, the bills to happen automatically, as well as track any SEC regulations that change or some of the index funds that want to change their fees and things like that, limitations. All this happened within this one central system. Much easier to use. However, we took a lot of processes that they did manually with Excel spreadsheets, email, to incorporate into much more automated inside of this web interface that's now responsive. Moving forth, the Sen Agency Center project is a much older project for healthcare home aid software company that cater to home health aid agencies around the US. However, for building this out, we focus on the New York market more because it was closer to where I was, and we're able to research, go on site to clients, see how they actually work, their processes, to see how we can make it much more efficient. So to solve for this, we eliminated a lot of the manual Excel spreadsheets, note taking, the management. One thing we did for managers is allow them to assign work to their actual staff within the system, so that they're not doing it from Excel spreadsheets, so they know who's doing what patient are assigned to which worker, and all the scheduling, everything can happen all embedded inside of here. And then this Tidy app is much more of a smaller scope project. It was more like a quick win. We didn't really do in-depth research. The owner of the company, it was only two people that owns this platform originally. I think they do a lot of offshore one-offs help for design and actual development. However, it's just two people that are actually embedded inside the company, and we were just helping to see how can we make the onboarding process quicker, so that way they can have a higher metric of people that goes to the end process, so that can increase their revenue. So we helped them with that, and we've seen some great successful metrics from that. In December 2022, they've actually sent us a report showing the increase. Like, we pretty much helped them 3x the amount of people that were signing up on a monthly basis, which is amazing. It keeps us encouraged. And then we have the CE Vision platform, which is more research tool for companies that or what it disallowed companies to do, especially like an investment banking space or people who are into like e-commerce retail like Walmart. They can research to see transactions data across different market sectors, as well as trends, different factors that they can input, so they can see trajectory of where people are spending their money, how they're spending it, and behaviors that correlates to their spending as well. So this tool allowed them to do that. This one was kind of like an additional tablet app for nurses when they're scheduling visits inside of the same company when they're scheduling visits to see patients. This allowed them to record some basic information as well as like the PDFs that they had to document, because there are things that have to be manually. We were mandated by the states, so playing in compliance with that as well as how can we make the process faster, we built this like tablet app. And Proxy Vote was actually Broadridge's first mobile app that allowed you to do proxy voting. So that way, those annoying things that you get from either your retirement funds that you own or stocks that you owned, in terms of telling you got to vote for these board members and things like that, you could now do it all within the app. You could rip and tear those ballots that you get in the mail if you didn't want to see them. It made it all centralized, because now you don't have to go to different places to access this. It was automated, integrated through different like software. So everything from your different brokerages came all here that had Broadridge as a partner in that sense. And then some smaller projects here. I have the credit snitch. It was more a landing page to gravitate people to signing up for an offer that did credit literacy, to help people repair credit issues that they have, as well as build wealth through utilizing credit. And then we have this mutual fund, which was also another Broadridge project. This allowed the scheduling, the processing, management of a lot of mutual funds that happened, because Broadridge was like a back office of a lot of stocks transactions that happen. So this systems allowed them to see kind of like the workflow that it was going through, and a lot of the tedious work that these index mutual funds don't want to do, they give it to Broadridge to do, and that's what the system allowed that management to happen. There's a lot of moving pieces that goes into this, which I'm not gonna go into. And then New Vision finally is more of an entertainment. I have a lot of background in the music industry. I still am active as a music producer. I think it works very coincidentally with my passion for UX and my passion for music. Together, fuse them together, I've been able to elevate along the way. It's like as I get better music, I get better in design. As I get better in design, I get better in music. So I enjoyed working on this project to bring this website to life. So that's pretty much a short preview of my portfolio. I look forward to working with you. If you have any issues, questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and contact me to learn more about my process, some impacts that we had for certain companies and industries.